Welcome to art class. Today we're going to be doing a Christmas theme with Mr. Saint Nick himself, or a version of him. It's actually the first Santa that comes up if you Google Santa on Google Images, so figured it'd be good to find a picture that would be easy for you to find too if you wanted to pull up a bigger version than this tiny one that you're going to get on your screen right now. So today I wanted to talk about, because sometimes it's a curious question when you start a painting. Um, what do you start with? How do you start a painting? Um, I've been doing oil paintings a lot lately, and that's the first thing when I start a piece. I need to think about, like, oh, do I want to sketch it? Do I want to do this all in charcoal, or maybe one color of paint and then add the other colors on top? Um, or yeah, so I've got three different ways to begin a painting, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate them here. I actually kind of figured them out myself, but also I just read a book, um, or I'm reading a book on oil painting, and the author, the name is escaping me now, but the author talks about ways he begins his painting, and they lined up pretty well to mine. So I've just picked three that I think are fun to try, and we're gonna sketch. We're gonna start a painting of Santa, three ways. It's fairly quick here. So the first one, number one, sketch and block in. So this is the one I probably do the most. This is how I like to work, but I've been interested in the other two ways of beginning a painting too, because it's always good to try new things. But a sketch and block in. So I'm just gonna draw my canvas here. A sketch and block in is where you, maybe with pencil or maybe with charcoal or even with a thin line of paint, you're sketching a rough version of what is going to be painted. Just enough to give you some cues as to where to put the paint, which, what are the dimensions of what you're drawing, what's the general shape. So you don't go into too much detail with this method, but for instance, I'm doing the top portion of Santa here. Let's see. So let's do his hat. I'm just roughly putting it in. I'm not going to put in too much detail. But it's good to sketch before. I like this method because you can correct your mistakes really easily with charcoal or with pencil or whatever. If you're going in with color, you have to wait till it dries. If you're going in with paint, that is. And it's just harder. It takes a lot longer to correct mistakes. But if you're going in with something like this, you can correct your mistakes really easy. Get back on track. Alright, so this is interesting how his beard is the same color as his collar there, so it is two different shapes. Again, this is really quick and rough. I'm not even going to use the eraser much to correct my mistakes right now. But if I was really doing it, I would make sure this was really, somewhat accurate, or at least looked fun. Alright. My Santa's sort of looking a little bit to the right, but that's okay. I'm not really concerned with copying this picture exactly. Sometimes I am, if I'm trying to get a specific person, but this is a generic Santa I'm going for. Oh yeah, and then there's that Christmas tree in the background, so I can kind of skip that. So that's as far as I would go with number one, the sketch portion. And what do I mean block in? So that's kind of it's the second step maybe, but so So I usually just pick the most